despite advances in civil rights, police brutality and misconduct continue to be a huge problem here in the U.S.
And while the two recent police shootings in New Orleans and Minnesota are under investigation, we want to know more about individual rights when it comes to excessive force, excessive use of force by police. And we're joined by L.A. civil rights attorney Nana Gyamfi. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here.
It's nice to see you. We've had two situations happen within a matter of days.
Right.
What do you make of this?
You know, it's shocking to people because it seems like it's happening in such quick succession, but this is something that's been happening, and we know this is something that's been happening. We know more about what's going on with police shootings in this country because of the cell phone and the cell phone camera and the ability to upload. But it's not something that is unusual, unfortunately. It just is a reminder to us that we really need to do the work. You know, we need to do more of the walking and a little less of the talking in terms of changing this and keeping folks from killing black people, keeping the police from continuing to have these confrontations that end in our torture and death.
I'm going to state the obvious, and that is that nobody who's innocent deserves to be shot by law enforcement. There's a little added complication in both of these cases. Both of these men were armed. Again, no reason justifiably to shoot somebody who is armed. Doesn't that raise the tension level a little bit? How can we, as more and more people seem to be wanting to, or prone to be armed, how can we avoid rising the tension levels? What can police do in that regard?
Well, I think that they should operate in the same ways as they operate in other neighborhoods. We see video after video as well of armed white people in white neighborhoods that are confronted by the police. The police response is not to kill them. The police response usually is to de-escalate. And this is in situations where the police don't even know that the person is armed. When it comes to black people, if we look at what happened in this latest shooting in Minneapolis, Mr. Castile had a carry and conceal permit.
Which we believe, the reports are that he actually pointed that out to the officer.
I was just about to say that. He let them know that.
And he did the right thing to do that.
Right. I mean, because it wasn't like he was keeping it secret and it was, you know, concealed under the seat so that he could get out and shoot someone. He made it very clear because he knows the danger and he was trying to reduce the tension, right? So they asked him to get his ID and then they shoot him 4 times. There's nothing there that is a result of the tension that officers should have because of the situation. He made it clear what the situation was. They asked him to do something in response to that, which is a normal thing you would ask someone to do, get your license. He does so, and then he gets shot in front of his girlfriend and a 4-year-old. That has nothing to do with him. With Alton Sterling, he never pulled out the gun. This is not a situation which they saw a gun and that's what caused them to go to him. That's not what the situation is, and so this is not a result of tensions of the police or issues of officer safety. This is issues of our safety. We are the ones that are not safe.
In the Castile situation, what we don't see is the video or any video prior to what happened on Facebook Live, what was recorded on Facebook Live, because some of these officers, or all these officers, I believe, in the department do not carry body cameras. So there's still a lot of questions out there, and despite that, it's just quite very, very tragic.
Well, the interesting thing is that in Minneapolis, they have issued a press conference, a press report, right? A press release. And in the press release, all they mention is that a handgun was recovered. I found that so interesting. They did not say the guy had a carry and conceal permit, we allow, you know, he told us this, etc. They didn't do that. So when you read that press release, it makes it seem as if this was some bad guy that had a gun, and this is what happened naturally because it's a bad guy that had a gun. And yet we find out that is far from the truth.
Nana Gyamfi, thanks so much. We appreciate you coming in early with us.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
It's